This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Good afternoon and welcome to Highclimber Ball Field on the campus of Shelton High School as Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, continues broadcasting high school spring sports. Today it's South Sound Conference baseball with the Shelton Highclimbers hosting the Peninsula Seahawks. I'm Diedrich Allen and you are watching the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show. The Highclimbers come to the game with a 12-5 overall record, 6-5 in the SSC. The Seahawks are 7-8 on the season, 4-7 in the conference. Shelton and Peninsula played Monday with the Highclimbers winning a pitching duel 2-0. Max Falcon Johnson picked up the win, pitching a complete game, allowing 6 hits, walking 2 and striking out 7. Offensively, Shelton was held to 5 hits, but Matthew Rosberg went 3 for 3 at the plate, and Wade Smotherman was 1 for 2 with the game's only RBI. Monday's win moved the Climbers into a tie with Yelm for 4th in the South Sound Conference. Shelton is only a half game behind Gig Harbor with 3 games remaining in the regular season. Peninsula is fighting Timberline for the final playoff spot. Coming up on the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show, we have lineups and the first pitch. It's South Sound Conference baseball. Peninsula Seahawks at the Shelton Highclimbers next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the 4th Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
And welcome back to Highclimber Ball Field. Diedrich Allen in the clubhouse. Basically, my view is across from first base out of that camera right there. And we'll give you the starting lineups as the national anthem has already been done. We'll start out with the Highclimbers. Caleb Hitzman is over at first base. He'll be leading things off. Ty Smotherman, second base. Brendan Ingstrom, shortstop. Falcon Johnson over at third. Maurice Castro is the designated hitter. Wade Smotherman will follow out in left field. Matthew Rosberg behind, at the catcher behind the plate. Denning is in right field. Zach Jonker out in center field. And Max Johnson is the starting pitcher for the Highclimbers this afternoon on the mound. For the Seahawks, Mason Pelagi will be the pitcher, and he'll lead things off for the Seahawks. Reed Stern. Let's see here. He's batting second, and he's second baseman. Cooper Sims out in right field. Four-hole, Anders Vogel. He is the first baseman for Peninsula. Peter King, center fielder. Ty Rogerson will follow. He's at shortstop. Trent Buchanan is the third baseman for the Seahawks. And Hunter Payne is in left field, and rounding out the order for the Seahawks, Jaden Bunch, catcher. So that's your starting lineups. We'll be getting the first pitch shortly. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit hcc.net to learn more.
Boy, we're quick on the first pitch of this game. And the first pitch, I believe that was a ball. I'm assuming that's a ball. Second pitch is a strike. So 1-1 is the count if I'm correct. Leading things off again, Mason Pelagi. That one's knocked out of play, foul. So 1-2 is now the count to Pelagi to lead things off here in this ball game. South Sound Conference very tight in the standings. Win for the Highclimbers here would pretty much lock them in. That pitch is a ball. So 2-2 would lock them in to a playoff spot. Right now, fourth place. Things can change with only 3 games left. The Seahawks are battling Timberline for that last spot. And down goes Pelagi on the strikeout. So we have 1 away for the Seahawks. And that brings up a Reed Stern. And he hits one. First pitch over to Falcon Johnson. He'll throw it over to Hitzman. And that'll be 2 away quickly for the Seahawks. And that'll bring up Cooper Sims with 2 down. Quick pace to this first one. There's a foul ball. Oh, just off the glove of Wade Smotherman. And booking around to second and holding there with a 1-pitch double is Cooper Sims. And that'll bring up Anders Vogel. So 2 out and 1 on for the Seahawks here. Top of the first inning, no score, but 1 is on. Pitch on the way. There's a ground ball right up the middle, gloved there. And the throw over to first is in time, and that'll do it for the Seahawks. And we head to the bottom of the first inning, no score. Seahawks get a hit and leave 1. We'll be back with the Highclimbers at bat.
I'm Deputy Steiner with the Grace Harbor County Sheriff's Office. Washington's new distracted driving law is now in effect. This new law significantly changes how you can use your cell phone while driving. Here's what you need to know.
It is now illegal to hold your cell phone while driving, even when stopped in traffic or at a traffic light. This law includes all electronic devices, such as cell phones, tablets, laptops, and video games. No typing messages or accessing information. No watching videos or using the camera. You can use your device if you are hands-free and can start use by a single touch or finger swipe. If you are parked or out of the flow of traffic, or contacting emergency services. With this new law, you will need to start GPS or music before you drive. The fine for a cell phone violation is $136, $234 for the second offense, and these tickets will now be reported to insurance companies.
We see firsthand the results of distracted driving. Focusing on the road instead of your phone will save lives and reduce serious injuries.
On the road, off the phone. It's the law. For more information, visit waddrivetozero.com.
Yeah, bottom of the first inning, no score. Highclimbers will be sending up Caleb Hitzman, Ty Smotherman, and Brendan Ingstrom to lead off this game for Shelton. First inning went quickly, but the Seahawks did get a hit and left one out there on second. And on the mound for the Seahawks. Oh, let's see, 18 is, I believe. Oh, it's a Pelagi 18. So Hitzman will lead things off here. So the first pitch from Pelagi. Low and ball one. Oh, there's a foul tip out of play. 1-1 is the count to Hitzman to lead things off here for the Highclimbers in the first inning. Hitzman scored the first run for the Seahawks against Peninsula on Monday off of an error. And that was ball 2 to get things started, and they secured that win 2-0. There's another one that passed ball on that one. It's 3-1 is the count. This game and 2 more for the Highclimbers. They'll be at Capitol on Friday, and then they host the Cougars on Monday. We'll have that game for you. And that's a strike 2. But first, let's get through this one. Full count to Caleb Hitzman to lead things off here in the first inning for Shelton. Pitch on the way. Swing and a ground. High grounder. It's going to be gloved. And a throw over. And Caleb Hitzman is safe at first. So that'll bring up Ty Smotherman for the Highclimbers with nobody out and one on. Ty had the game's only RBI on Monday. Pitch to the plate. That's a strike. Pretty pitch, actually. I was waiting. The umpire did. It's a little bit laxed on his strike call there. 1 on, nobody out. That pitch was low. 1-1. There's a belt that's going deep, and it's going to hit the fence. They're going to hold everybody up on a no-out double by Smotherman. Sends Hitzman over to third. And Brendan Ingstrom is now the batter for the Highclimbers. 2 on, nobody out for Shelton. Top of the first inning. Runners in scoring position. Ingstrom is the batter. Fastball straight down the middle. Guess that was a little bit outside. So 1 ball, no strikes. Next pitch. That's high. 2 balls, no strikes. Hitzman's over at third. Smotherman at second. For the Highclimbers, nobody out. Brendan Ingstrom is the batter for Shelton. Here's the pitch to the plate. There's a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike now. That one's fouled out of play. Count is even at 2-2. Ooh, an off-speed pitch there. It swung on, and down will go Engstrom, and that's the first out for Shelton here in the inning. That brings up Max Falcon Johnson. This is 1 away and 2 on for the Climbers here in the first inning. Oop. Check swing on that one. He did not go. That's ball 1. I don't think Falcon moved his bat at all. He moved his shoulders, but not his bat. So 1 out and 2 on for Shelton here. And that pitch is high. 2-0. Beautiful day for some baseball. A little bit of cloud cover at the moment. It's an off-speed curveball. Gets strike 1 there. 2-1 is the count. Ooh, there's a foul tip on that one. A little bit of that. So 2-2 is now the count to Falcon Johnson. 1 away for Shelton here. Bottom of the first inning, 2 on. Caleb Hitzman at third. Wade Smotherman over at second. And the 2-2 pitch. I guess that Max stepped off for that pitch was thrown. So count remains 2-2. There's another foul tip, and Falcon lost the handle on his bat. So 1 away, 2 on for the Highclimbers here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one's popped up. That one's going to be gloved, and tagging and scoring will be Caleb Hitzman. So the Highclimbers get on the board. And that is a sacrifice fly for Falcon. That'll bring up Castro. Catch up here. And that one's ground out, and we head to the second inning. The Highclimbers got 1. Lead 1. But we head to the second with a lead. We'll be right back.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit KeepTheConnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
Well, waiting for the first batter here in the second inning, 1-0 Highclimbers on top with a sacrifice fly by Falcon Johnson to give the Highclimbers the lead. Due up for the Seahawks, Peter King, Tyler Rogerson, and Trent Buchanan. So this is Peter King, center fielder. That one's popped up. Is it going to be playable? Nope, hits the walkway off of third base. So 0-1 is now the count to King. Pitch to the plate. That's a ball. 1-1. Top of the second, nobody out. First, this is the leadoff batter for the Seahawks. Max Johnson on the bump. It's a ball 2-1. And the pitch to the plate. There's a ground ball. It's going to be gloved by Smotherman. Ty Smotherman. Throw over to Itzman in time, and we are one down for the Seahawks here in the second. And that brings up Rogerson, Tyler Rogerson, shortstop, with one down. That first pitch was a strike. 0-1. Next pitch. That was a low ball 1. Trent Buchanan is on deck, and that pitch was at the knees. Ball or strike 2. 1-2 is the count with one away for the Seahawks here in the second inning. Ooh, that just hit the outside corner, and down goes Rogerson. And that makes it 2 away for the Seahawks here in the second. And that'll bring up Buchanan. And second strikeout for Johnson. And that pitch was fouled off. It's 0-1. That's a strike, too. That was a pretty little curveball. 0-2 is the count for Buchanan, with 2 away here in the second inning. There's a ground by. Ooh, nice catch out there. Just right off the turf. Brendan Ingstrom makes the out, and we head to the bottom of the second. The Seahawks go 1-2-3. Due up for the Highclimbers? Well, let's see. We'll give you that before we go to break. Wade Smotherman, Matt Osberg, and Denning.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over.
When you see lights,
vests,
or reflectors,
please give us some room. Slow down and move over.
When you need us,
we've got your back.
Do you have ours?
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back?
Please, slow down.
And move over.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County, and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, We offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, call or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Wade Smotherman leads things off for the Highclimbers here in the second inning. And his count is up a 1-1, excuse me. Make it 2-1. Fix my graphic here. So 3-1 now. Highclimbers with a 1-0 lead. That was a strike 2 called there. Count is full to Wade Smotherman, leading things off here for the Highclimbers in the second inning. Oh, Wade swung that one and down he goes. So one away for Shelton here. And that'll bring up Matthew Osberg. Trey Denning will follow, and a ground ball, gloved there. And a throw to first, and that's 2 down. And that'll bring up Trey Denning. Pelagi into his windup. And Denning will take a strike 1. Ooh, strike 2 there, wow. Pelagi has a very nice curveball. Denning will dig in now with an 0-2 count. Swing, and that'll do it for the Highclimbers here in the second inning. They go 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts. We head to the third. 1-0 Shelton.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Top of the third inning for the Peninsula Seahawks. Trailing 1-0 to the Shelton Highclimbers here. Hunter Payne, Jaden Bunch, and Mason Pelagi all due up here in this inning for the Seahawks. Peninsula went 1-2-3 in the second inning. They only had one hit, and that was a double in the first. There's a ground ball. That one goes into left field, bobbled, but a nice spin move, and over to Hitzman just in time for out number 1. Ty Smotherman with a nice little pirouette to get the runner out. And that'll bring up bunch. And Bunch will swing at the first pitch. 0-1. Ooh, strike 2. Right there at the knees. 0-2. Next pitch. That one's low. First ball in this bat. 1-2 is the count. There's a fly ball. It's going to drop in for a base hit, and Bunch is on with a single. That's the second hit given up. And a courtesy runner for the catcher, and that'll be Jace Kime at first base, and brings up top of the order Mason Pelagi. He struck out in the first inning. And he'll take strike 1. So 1 out, 1 on for Peninsula here. In the third inning, 1-0 ball game. Shelton with the lead. Ooh, a swing at that one by Pelagi. That's a strike 2. 0-2. Max Johnson on the mound, looking over at Kime at first, and down goes Pelagi. There's 2 away for the Seahawks here. And that brings up Reed Stern. Now he ground out in the first inning. 2 down, 1 on. Strike 1 called. Ooh, a swing and runner goes. And they caught him. And that'll end the inning for the Seahawks. Catching Kime trying to steal second. We head to the 4th inning. Shelton up 1-0.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea. Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
So we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Shelton up 1-0. Zach Junker will lead things off for the Highclimbers, followed by Max Johnson and Caleb Hitzman. Ooh, that's a wild pitch there. Junker will wait for the 1-0 pitch to lead things off here in the third inning for the Highclimbers. Swings at that one. 1-1. Another low pitch hits the dirt and gets behind catcher. So it's 2-1 now to Junker. Fastball outside. 3-1. And there is a first walk of the ball game. And that'll bring up pitcher Max Johnson for the Highclimbers. Oh, I'm sorry, does not. That brings up the top of the order, Caleb Hitzman. Sorry, pitcher does not bat. Looking at the wrong sheet. And that'll be Ty Smotherman will be following him. Caleb had a single to lead things off and scored a run in the first inning. Give the Highclimbers their lead. A little meeting at the mound with Pelagi. So 1 on, nobody out for the Highclimbers here in the third inning. First pitch to Hitzman. It's ball 1. It's got Zach Jonker over at first base for the Highclimbers. Caleb Hitzman at the plate, the batter. That's 2 pitches and 2 balls. Jonker takes his lead. That's ball 3. 3-0. And there is the second walk of the inning, as well as the ball game. So we have Jonker at second, Hitzman at third, and that'll bring up Ty Smotherman, who had a double in the first inning. First pitch was a belter. It's going deep. That's going to be caught. And the runner moves Jonker moves from second to third. And 1 away. And that'll bring up Brendan Ingstrom. Hitzman remaining at first. Oh, got some situation going over here and a run home. Oh. They're going to call Jonker out at the plate. Trying to steal home there. And that is now 2 outs for the Highclimbers. But on the play, Hitzman heads to second. There's 2 down. And Ingstrom is waiting for the first pitch to him. That's strike 1 call there. There's a foul tip there. So 0-2 is the count. 2 down, 1 on for the Highclimbers here, with a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the 3rd inning. And there's a strike 3 called. So the Highclimbers leave 1. We head to the 4th. Shelton up 1-0.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Top of the 4th inning. The Seahawks will send up Reed Stern, Cooper Sims, and Anders Vogel. I don't have my graphic changed, do I? Yeah, it's a strike 1 called there. There is a little blooper. It's going to get over the head of Falcon Johnson. And we have man on. I'm sorry, there we go. So 1 on here. And that'll bring up Cooper Sims. Had a double the 1st inning. Takes ball 1. Throw over to first. Stern is back safely. Throw to the plate, showing bunt. Takes strike 1. Does Sims. So nobody out here for the Seahawks. 1 on. Cooper Sims has a 1-1 count. Pitch to the plate. Shows bunt again. And that was strike 2 called. 1-2 now. Next Johnson glances over at first. Goes to the plate. There's a ground ball. Going to be caught by Hitspin. Will throw to second for the 1 out. Throw back to Johnson, covering first, not quite in time, but we do have one out for the Seahawks. And that'll bring up Anders Vogel. Vogel ground out in the first inning. Hits that one off of his foot. You're going to call that a foul. Oh, 1 now the count. So 1 out, 1 on for the Seahawks here. 4th inning. Trailing 1-0 to the Seahawks, or to the Highclimbers, excuse me, to Shelton. In Shelton this afternoon. Throw over to first. Not in time. And Sims is back safely. Another throw to first. And again, he's back safely. That's ball 1 on that pitch. So 1-1 is the count. 1 out, 1 on. Throw again over to first. Ball's called. Throw to a second, overthrown, and Sims will make his way. No, actually he'll stay at second. So runners now in scoring position for the Seahawks with 1 out and a 2-ball, 1 strike count to Vogel. That one swung on and fouled off. 2-2. There's a swing and a miss and a down. Down it goes. So that'll bring up Peter King with 2 outs now. And King ground out in the 2nd inning. There's a pop-up. That playable? Nope. So 0-1 now. So 2 are down and 1 is on. Sims over at second base for the Seahawks. Pitch to the plate in the dirt. It's 1-1. There's a ground ball. Going to go right to first baseman Caleb Hitzman. He'll walk over to first base, and that'll end the inning. Well, the Seahawks get 2 hits, leave 1. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Still 1-0, Shelton.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Bottom of the fourth inning. 1-0 Shelton. Highclimbers will send up Falcon Johnson, Maurice Castro, and Wade Smotherman. Now, Falcon had a sacrifice RBI in the first inning in his first at bat. Third baseman leading things off here. In his first pitch is ball one. Next pitch, high ball two. Pelagi, a little bit of control issues right now. There's a swing and a miss by Falcon. 2-1 now. That's a ball 3-1. That's strike two called. So the counter's full to Max Falcon Johnson. Lead things off here in the fourth inning for the Highclimbers. They lead 1-0. Falcon batted in the Highclimbers' first run. Here he gets a pop fly. It's going to go deep. And there's a leadoff single for Max. So Maurice Castro will come to bat now. Nobody out, one on. And Maurice flied out in the first inning. There's a piece of that one. 0-1. Throw to first. Falcon is back standing. And it's an 0-1 count to Castro. Pelagi throws the plate, pop fly, deep, actually shallow center field. That's glove there for out number one. Well, that'll bring Wade Smotherman to the plate. Wade struck out in the second inning. Oh, it was a strike on that pitch. Wade chose bunt, takes ball one, 1-1. Next pitch. That's high, ball 2. 2-1. Got 1 out and 1 on for the Highclimbers here. Max Falcon Johnson over at first. Wade Smotherman is the batter. Pitch to the plate, swing and a miss by Smotherman, even the count at 2-2. Falcon holds it first. On deck is Matt Osberg. Throw over to first. Falcon is back safely. Still 2-2 count. Inside, ball 3. 3-2 is count. And there is a walk. So 1 out and 2 on now for the Highclimbers here in the 4th inning. You got Falcon Johnson over on second, and now Wade Smotherman at first, and Matt Osberg ground out in the second, and he's the batter. Bologna looks at second, throws to the plate. And strike 1 is called. 0-1. That one gets by the catcher. And you've got Smotherman making his way to second. Falcon over at third. And it's 1-1 count on the pass ball. So 1-1 is the count to Osberg. Pitch to the plate, swing, and a miss there. 1-2. So Smotherman over at second. Falcon Johnson at third. Pitch to the plate. There is a foul at play. Excuse me. Count remains 1-2. Pitch to the plate. Swing and a miss. And Osberg is struck out. And that'll bring up Trey Denning with a 2 away. Denning, let's see here, he struck out in the 2nd inning. Pops one up. That's at play. So you get a Wade Smotherman over at second, Falcon Johnson over at third. 2 down for the Highclimbers here in the 4th inning. Pitch to Denning. High. Ball 1, 1-1. There's a swing and a foul off. So 1-2 now. And that was a ball. 2-2. A nice curveball by Pelagi. So 2-2 is the count. 2 out, 2 on for the Highclimbers. There's a pop-up, and that is it playable? Nope. So we'll reset. So 2-2 is the count. 2 out and 2 on for Shelton here. Trey Denny waiting for his pitch. He swings at that one, and that's strike 3 ending the inning. Highclimbers leave 2 on this inning. We head to the 5th. 1-0. Shelton still on top.
That's my neighbor Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe. Think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging?
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Top of the 5th inning, 1-0 Shelton. Peninsula Seahawks due up here in this inning. Tyler Rogerson, Trent Buchanan, and Hunter Payne, unless there's a change in the lineup. Let's see here. Nope, Rogerson is the first batter. Max Johnson on the mound. Still for the Highclimbers. He's got a 4-hitter going here. And he throws the plate swing and a foul off. 0-1. That's ball 1. Other than Falcon. Oop, there's a pop-up. That one's out of play. 1-2 now. Other than Falcon and Ingstrom. Well, Ingstrom's going to go back. Infield is playing pretty deep. There's a hit that's going to drop into center field. And Rogerson has a leadoff single. And that will bring up Buchanan. And Buchanan flied out in the 2nd inning. Shows bunt, bunts one. Nice bunt. Picked up by Johnson. And no throw. So there's 2 base runners for the Seahawks and Hunter Payne, who ground out in the 3rd inning. He's the batter. Coach Winans going to go meet with Max Johnson in the mound with Osberg. Talk things over after 5 innings. No, 4+ innings. Just going to settle him down a little bit. And he's going to stay out there. So nobody out and 2 on for the Seahawks here in the 5th inning. Hunter Payne, left fielder for Peninsula, is the batter. Left-handed batter here. First pitch, shows bunt. Swing, they're going to call that a strike. Now they'll call that a ball. Wow, looked a strike to me. So again, nobody out and 2 on for Peninsula here. Excuse me, in the 5th inning. Another bunt. That one is bunted foul. Excuse me, wow. It's 1-1 now, the count. Jaden Bunch on deck for the Seahawks. Again, runners at first and second for Peninsula. Actually, they're going to change it to 2 strikes. So it's 0-2. And there's ball 1. To Payne. That's ball 2. 2-2 is now the count. Nobody out and 2 on for Peninsula here in the 5th inning. Seahawks looking to extend, well, get in a better position for postseason. And strike 3 is called, and that's 1 away. So 1 down and 2 on for the Seahawks, and Bunch is the batter. Ground foul. A lot of heat on that. 0-1. So you got Brett Schunzel on first base for the Seahawks, and Tyler Rogerson on second. And that pitches the ball 1-1. 1 out, 2 on for Peninsula here. Top of the 5th inning. Bunch had a single in the 3rd, but it was caught stealing. There's a ground ball. It's going to get into center field. 1 run is going to motor around and score, and the ball game is tied. So Rogerson scored. Buchanan makes his way to second, and Bunch is on first. And we have a pitching change, so we'll step aside as Brendan Ingstrom will take over on the mound.
Vehicle collisions are the #1 killer of teen.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit keeptheconnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
So Brendan Ingstrom takes over on the mound. And has 1 out and 2 on and 1 in for Peninsula here. Tie ball game at 1-1. As Jaden Bunch drove in the run in the last at bat. So the top of the order is Mason Pelagi, the pitcher for Peninsula. He struck out in the 3rd and struck out in the 5th. Ingstrom throws the plate. That one is hit off of Pelagi's foot. Strike 1. So again, 1 out, 1 in, and 2 on for the Seahawks here in the 5th inning. Ingstrom on the mound for the Highclimbers. In relief of Max Johnson, there's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 is the count. Runners at first and second for the Seahawks. There's a foul off. Still 0-2. There's strike 3 called, and Pelagi is down looking. So 2 away. And that brings up Reed Stern. Stern had a base hit in the 4th, ground out in the 1st. He'll pop one up, out of play. So the 0-1 pitch to Stern. Just a bit low. 1-1. There's a pop-up. And that one looks like it's out of play. Look out. So 1-2 is now the count. 2 out, 2 on for Peninsula. 1 run has scored to tie things up. Nice stop by Osberg on that pitch. So 2-2. That is ball 3. 3-2 is the count to Stern. Cooper Sims is on deck if Stern reaches. There's a swing and a miss, and down goes Stern, but the damage has been done. The Seahawks get one, tie things up. They leave two, but we have a new ball game, a 1-1. We head to the we head to the bottom of the 6th. We'll be right back. I'm sorry, bottom of the 5th.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
Bottom of the 5th inning. The Highclimbers will lead off here. Gotta get the right page. Looks like Trey Denning. No, that is not Trey. And that is going to be Blaine Van Otten. Blaine takes ball 1. Takes ball 2 now. And it got strike 1 on that pitch. 2-1 is now the count to Van Otten. Next pitch. Swing and a miss there. 2-2. Van Otten leading things off here in the 5th inning for the Highclimbers. Fouled that one back. Count remains 2-2. That's a strike 3 call there. So 1 away for the Highclimbers here in the 5th. And that brings up Caleb Hitzman, the top of the order. And Hitzman just got hit by a pitch. And that gives a base runner for the Highclimbers with 1 out in the 5th inning. And that brings up Ty Smotherman. We flied out in this 3rd and had a double in the 1st. With 1 out. Smotherman will dig in here. And takes ball 1. Oh, that one is fouled off. 1-1 now. It's a 1-1 ball game. Bottom of the 5th inning between Shelton and Peninsula here at Highclimber Ball Field. And just behind the mini dome here on the campus of Shelton High School. Next pitch is high, ball 2. 2-1 is the count. Caleb Hitzman at first for Shelton with 1 out. Ty Smotherman is the batter. Is a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Pitch to the plate. Let's pop that one up. Looks like it's out of play. So 2-2 now. So 2-2 is the count. Pitch to the plate. Strike 3 called, and Smotherman goes down looking. So there's 2 down now for the Highclimbers. And that will bring up Brendan Ingstrom. So 2 out and 1 on for the Highclimbers here in the 6th inning, a tie ball game. First pitch is fouled off. 0-1. That one's belted. And that is flight out. So that ends the inning. Highclimbers leave 1. We head to the 6th inning, 1-1.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
Not quite sure what happened to that commercial. But we are back here for the 6th inning. Tie ball game 1-1. Peninsula due up. Cooper Sims, Anders Bogle, and Peter King if they stay in the same lineup. Van Otten is out in at the shortstop position for... Nope, he's actually at second base. So Sims, let's see here, he had a base hit in the 4th and a double in the 1st. And he takes strike 1. Next pitch, that one's popped up, out of play. So 0-2 now the count. Quickly behind. Ingstrom into his windup. That one's a ground ball. It's going to be gloved by Falcon Johnson. Throw to first. Nope. He is safe at first base. So Sims is now 3 for 3. And that brings up Vogel. Vogel struck out in the fourth, ground out in the first. So nobody out and one on for Peninsula here in the sixth inning. Tie ball game 1-1. So you can call the Peninsula Pinstripers here. Pitch to the plate. Strike one. This is actually Joseph Pierce at bat here. Number 9. Throw it up first on the strike. Or on the ball, actually. It's 1-1. Cooper Sims over at first base for Peninsula. And Pierce is the batter. Swings at that one. Strike 2. 1-2. That pitch is high. 2-2. One on and nobody out, and 2-2 count to Joseph Pierce for Peninsula here. Tie ball game, top of the sixth inning. Ooh, there's a swing and a miss. And Pierce is out to number 1 for the Seahawks here in the sixth. And that brings up Peter King. King ground out in both of his at-bats before. Takes ball 1. Takes ball 2. There's a strike called. 2-1. Sorry, there was an error on that play. And things are unplugging everywhere. And on the play, Sims made his way over to second on the pitch. It's 2-2 is the count. 1 out, 1 on. Runner is now in scoring position. There's a ground ball that's foul. So count remains 2-2. 1 away and 1 on. Now the pass ball. Sims will make his way over to third. And the count is now full, 3-2. Engstrom with the pitch. That one's pop foul. Still 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1-1 ball game, top of the sixth inning. Peninsula has the go-ahead run at the third base. 1 away. There's a swing and a miss. And down will go Peter King. So 2 are now out. And that'll bring up Tyler Rogerson. So 2 are away now. There is a ground ball. It's going to be gloved by Van Otten. Throw over to first in time, and that'll do it. So Peninsula gets a couple of hits, or actually gets 1 hit. Leads 1. That go-ahead run over at first. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Shelton and Peninsula tied up in a good one.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
It may not seem fast or close to you, but 100 times a day we leave our office and put ourselves only a door away. An average of 2 patrol cars are struck and 1 trooper injured every month. It's Washington law that you slow down or move over when you see emergency lights ahead. We ask that while we're out here getting you and your family home safe every night, you help us get home safe to our families. Slow down and move over.
Well, new pitcher for Peninsula. It is Trent Buchanan, a sophomore. And they're in relief of Pelagi. Tie ball game. Highclimbers. Let's see here. Falcon Johnson, Maurice Castro, and Wade Smotherman are due up in this inning. I do think we do have a change in the lineup for the Highclimbers. Possibly. Seems like all of our games that we've done here on Mesa Web TV, at least as of late, have been tight ball games. We get 8 innings and a 10-inning one. But Falcon will lead things off for Shelton. Falcon had a base hit in the 4th inning and a sacrifice RBI in the 1st to give the Highclimbers their first other run. Playoff implications this game does have for both teams. With two games in this game. First pitch to Falcon is a strike. Highclimbers are going to be taking on the top team in the South Sound Conference Friday and Monday. Falcon takes a ball 1-1. That's Capital. Capital at Capital on Friday and here on Monday. Peninsula, as Falcon gets a little blooper to fall in. However, it's gloved and throw over to first is in time. So that's 1 down for the Highclimbers here in the 6th inning. And that brings up Castro. And Castro flew out in the 4th and popped out in the 1st. He hits that one. It drops in, but the throw over to first is in time to get him. So there's 2 down for the Highclimbers. And that'll bring up Wade Smotherman. So 2 down here in the 6th inning for the Highclimbers. Smotherman walked in the 4th, struck out in the 2nd. 2 out in a tie ball game, nobody on for the Highclimbers. Next pitch, or the first pitch, swung on and fouled off. 0-1. Now we have seen the Highclimbers do some damage with 2 out. They've just been unable to push runs across the plate. There's a foul ball, fly ball I should say, that is gloved in center field. And that'll be it for the Highclimbers. 1, 2, 3. We head to the 7th, still tied at 1.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit keeptheconnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Tie ball game. Top of the 7th inning, 1-1 between the Shelton Highclimbers and the Peninsula Seahawks. Seahawks have Trent Buchanan, Hunter Payne, and Jaden Bunch due up here in their half of the 7th inning. 1-1 tie. Engstrom came on in the 5th inning and has shut down the Seahawks here, allowing just one hit as Buchanan leads things off with a swing and a miss. Buchanan had a base hit in the 5th and a flat out in the 2nd. He's a little bit of hit there. That one's going to drop in for a base hit to lead things off. So 1 on and nobody out for Peninsula here. It's the 2nd hit given up by Engstrom. And that'll bring him Jace Kime. Number 2, right? Yes, okay. So 1 on and nobody out for Peninsula here in the top of the 7th inning. Kime is first time in the lineup for Peninsula. Engstrom looks over at first, looks back, throws to the plate. Kime shows bunt, pops one off, foul. 0-1. So Buchanan's over at first base for the Seahawks. The potential go-ahead run. Kime is the batter. He has a 0-1 count. Tie ball game 1-1. Brendan Engstrom on the mound, throws to the plate. Low on that one, ball 1-1. Buchanan trots back to first. A bunt that's going to roll foul. 1-2 is the count. Nobody out, 1 on for Peninsula here. Tie ball game. Throw to the plate. Strike. And down goes Kime for out number 1. That'll bring up Jaden Bunch. 1 down. Takes ball 1. There's a swing and a miss on that pitch. 1-1. 1 out, 1 on for Peninsula here. Jaden Bunch is the batter. Pops 1 up. Max Johnson will glove that one. And that's out number 2. And Nick Eberhardt is a batter here. Another new batter. Take strike 1. Popped 1 up. Playable and shallow right field. And Van Otten will glove that one. And that'll end the inning. Oh, the Seahawks leave the potential leading run out there. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Still tied at 1-1.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County, and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, we offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, call or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the 4th Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Well, bottom of the 7th inning. 1-1 tie. Highclimbers. Let's see here. They will send a Matt Osberg trade. Denning and Zach Jonker. They're due up here in the 7th. We'll see if Coach Winans will stay with that lineup. Looks like Osberg's going out there. Hard to see from our location. We have tiny windows to look through. Yeah, Osberg will go out then, lead things off for the Highclimbers here in the 7th inning. Osberg struck out in the 4th, ground out in the 2nd. Trent Buchanan is still the pitcher for, in relief for the Seahawks here. Infield's going to go back to about the grass. And the first pitch swung on and fouled off. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch to Osberg. That one is popped up. Is it playable? No. But it's 0-2 now for Osberg. Buchanan shaking off the signs. Ahead of Osberg here in this, and he'll step off. No balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff batter for the Highclimbers, Matthew Osberg. He'll swing, and he'll get a foul tip on that one. And he'll get called out there at the throw to first. So 1 away. For the Highclimbers here in the 7th, and that'll bring up Denning. Trey Denning. Let's see here. I'm striking out. Oop. Throw to first, and that's Denning is down. So quickly 2 away for the Highclimbers here in the 7th. And that brings up Blaine Van Acton. Struck out in the 5th inning. Takes strike 1. And he swings at the next pitch. 0-2 now. That one's high, ball 1, 1-2 now. 2 away, nobody on for Shelton here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1-1 ball game. Blaine Van Etten has a 1-2 count. Pitch on the way. A little outside. 2-2. Caleb Hitzman would be due up after Blaine. Should he reach? There are 2 down for the Highclimbers here in the 7th inning. Tie ball game at 1. That pitch is low. Full count now. And there is a walk. So Van Etten is on with 2 away, and that'll bring up Caleb Hitzman. So the winning run potentially over there at first base for the Highclimbers. Hitzman was hit by a pitch in the 5th, walked in the 3rd, and had a single in the 1st. Caleb steps in. Buchanan looks back at first base. He's going to throw to the plate. That's low. Ball 1. 1-0. Next pitch. It's curveball, strike 1, 1-1. Throw over the first, and Van Atten back safely. 2 outs, 1 on for the Highclimbers here in the 7th inning. There's a ground ball. It's going to be gloved, and a little toss over to first, and that'll end the inning. So we had 2 extra innings. 1-1 ball game. The Highclimbers left that winning run out there. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I mean, I was just a kid. And you never knew what mood he was going to be in when he came home. It was brutal. My dad, he would come home, and there's one time where...
Good job, bring it back. Chad wasn't a football player per se. He was just a kid that needed to be a part of something. I don't think he had anyone as a role model or someone showing him what to do. It's okay, you're doing good. You're okay.
Coach Marr was the only person I really trusted in this town. He was always there.
And I'm so proud of you. You've done well. Done well.
Reed Stern will lead things off for Peninsula here in the 8th inning. Tie ball game, extra innings. Seems like any time I come to this ballpark recently, it's extra innings. First pitch is high, ball 1. Engstrom still out there on the mound for the Highclimbers. Stern, the leadoff man. Belts one. It's going to drop in for a base hit. And Stern is on to lead things for the Peninsula Seahawks in the 8th inning. Maybe 10 hits I have for Peninsula here. And Cooper Sims is the batter. And he is 3 for 3 with a couple of singles and a double. Nobody out, 1 on for the Seahawks here. Shows bunt, takes strike 1. Engstrom glances at first. Twice. And he glances again, throws the plate, shows bunt. That one is fair, throw to first. They're going to call that one foul. Nope, that was a base hit there. I'm thinking they're still chatting about it. They're going to call the batter out at first. But on the play, Stern makes his way to second base. And that'll bring up Vogel. Vogel struck out in his last 2 at-bats, ground out in the first inning, and takes strike 1. 1 out, 1 on. Our winning run is over in Stern in second base. Or not the winning run, the go-ahead run, excuse me. 8th inning here. Batter is Vogel for the Peninsula Seahawks. Tie ball game. Extra innings. Pitch to plate. Was a low ball 1, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on for Peninsula here in the 8th inning. Engstrom Strike 2 called there. 1-2. They'll throw to first, and that'll be out number 2. But on the play, Stern will make his way to third. So that brings up Peter King with the go-ahead run at third base. King struck out in the 6th, ground out in the 4th, and in the 2nd. I'll swing at that one. For strike 1. So 2 are away and 1 is on. The 0-1 count, the pitch, that was popped out, foul, out of play. 0-2 now. So the 0-2 pitch, pop up, out of play. Again, you have Reed Stern at third base. The go-ahead run for Peninsula right there. 2 away, however. We have 2. I don't see how we have 2-2. Oops. Now we have a full count. Yeah, that's what I thought. 1 ball, 2 strikes is actually the count. Pitch to plate. There's a foul ball, just short of the bullpen for in the third base line. So still 1-2 the count. 2 out, 1 on. Go ahead, run for Peninsula at third base. In Reed Stern. Engstrom with the pitch to plate. It's high, ball 2, 2-2 now. There we go, 2-2 is the count. We're official now. 2 out, 1 on. 8th inning. Brendan Engstrom with the pitch to the plate. And that makes the count full, 3-2. Peter King is the batter for Peninsula, the full count. And that is a walk. So runners are at the corners for Peninsula with 2 away. And that'll bring up Tyler Rogerson. Rogerson had a base hit in the 5th, scored a run, struck out the other 2 times he was at bat. So 2 out and 2 on. Runners at the corners. First pitch is high, ball 1. That's a pop-up. It's going to be gloved out there by Denning, and that'll end the inning. So we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. 1-1 ball game, as Peninsula leaves the go-ahead run on base. We'll be right back.
It may not seem fast or close to you, but 100 times a day we leave our office and put ourselves only a door away. An average of 2 patrol cars are struck and 1 trooper injured every month. It's Washington law that you slow down or move over when you see emergency lights ahead. We ask that while we're out here getting you and your family home safe every night, you help us get home safe to our families. Slow down and move over.
Head to the bottom of the 8th inning. 1-1 ball game. Highclimbers and Peninsula and South Sound Conference baseball. Been a good one so far. Really, really close game here. And the Highclimbers, let's see. Ty Smotherman, Brendan Ingstrom, and Falcon Johnson due up in the 8th here. They stay with that order. I mean, I guess it's not. I think it's going to be a change. I could be wrong. Yep, Ty is out there. So Ty Smotherman will lead things off for the Highclimbers here in the 8th inning. He struck out in the 5th, popped out in the 3rd, and had a double in the 1st. Ooh, strike one is called there. 0-1 to Smotherman. Lead things off here in the 1st inning. Next pitch was a little high. Ball 1-1. Next pitch. That one's gonna line drive right to the glove of Rogerson, and that's one away. And that'll bring up Brendan Ingstrom with one down. Ingstrom struck out in his first 2 at-bats, flew out in 5th inning. His last at-bat. First pitch to Brendan. Fouled off. 0-1. Next pitch is low ball. 1-1. 1 out. Nobody on for the Highclimbers here in the 8th inning. Seen the Highclimbers play 2 extra inning games. And that pitch is high, ball 2. 2-1. There's a line drive again. It's going to be gloved by Rogerson. Same spot as Smotherman, and there's 2 away for the Highclimbers, bringing up Max Falcon Johnson. Falcon ground out in the 6th, had a base hit in the 4th, and a sacrifice RBI in the 1st. Oh, and he got hit by a pitch. So that brings the winning run to first base, potentially a winning run. That'll bring up Maurice Castro, and unfortunately Castro has not had a very good afternoon. He ground out in the 6th, flew out in the 4th, popped out in the 1st. 2 out, 1 on. Max Falcon Johnson over at first base represents the winning run if the Highclimbers can move him down the line. Castro swings at it, gets a ground ball over to 3rd. It's gloved. Throw to 1st is just in time, and we head to the 9th inning. All knotted up at 1 apiece. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Well, 8 innings are in the books. We head to the 9th with the Highclimbers and the Seahawks knotted up at 1. The Peninsula Seahawks will send up, or at least due up, in this inning Trent Buchanan, Chase Keim, and Jaden Bunch. Buchanan will lead things off with a fly ball that'll sail foul. So it's 0-1. Engstrom still in there at pitcher for the Highclimbers. And the next pitch is low, 1-1. Next pitch is in the dirt. 2-1. Extra inning ball game, and a very critical game for both teams. Highclimbers would love to win this one, definitely put themselves in a playoff position. The Seahawks need to win to take that 6th place, or at least get in line with that 6th place, as they are tied with Timberline. There's a swing and a miss, and down it goes. Buchanan, one away. I'm sorry. He's got one more. That's 2 strikes. Pardon me. It's 2-2. Hopeful thinking here. And there it is, strike 3. Looking. So now there's the 1 out for the Seahawks here in the 9th inning. And Jace Keim is the batter. Is that a ball? No, it was a strike. That's what I thought at first. Nope. That one's a fly out. Then I can glove that one. And there is a 2 away. And that'll bring up Jaden Bunch. Go 2 down. He is 2 for 3. But he popped out in his last at-bat. So 2 down, nobody on. There's a swing and a miss by Bunch. 0-1. Next pitch is swing and a miss. 0-2. Engstrom. Another pitch on the way. There's a pop fly, a pop up high. Oh, Johnson had a spin and catch that one. I'm sorry I couldn't see that. But that records the final out for the Seahawks here in the ninth. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Still tied at 2. Or I'm sorry, still tied at 1.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works. And it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor. Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit hcc.net to learn more.
Now we head to the bottom of the ninth inning, 1-1 ball game. The Highclimbers and the Seahawks. Shelton due up here. Wade Smotherman, Matt Osberg. And I believe it's going to be Blaine, but I will see when we get to that point. Well, there's a new name out there. So Nick Barr. Oh, it's Nate Farr. That's what I said. Okay, there we go. And he takes ball 1. That's Nate Farr. Pop one up. That was playable. If it's in play, it does not. Hits the top of the third base dugout. 1-1. And Nate Farr back after a little bit of some time off. The pitch was strike 2. 1-2 now. Highclimbers leading off here in the ninth inning. Well, and he got hit by a pitch. So that that puts the winning run, potentially winning run, at first base. See what we have here. We have Osberg. Now we're going to have a pinch runner, and that'll be Josh Deemer who'll come in. And the batter's going to be Matthew Osberg. As Deemer's over at first base now, after hit by pitch. And Matt Osberg is the batter. Deemer represents the winning run for the Highclimbers if they can push him across the plate. However, here right now he is at first base. Now Osberg has struck out and ground out in his 3 at-bats. Struck out twice. Buchanan still on the mound for Peninsula. Righty looks back at first and then goes to the plate with the first pitch. Bunt straight up the middle. Fielder's choice. Throw over to first. They get Osberg at first, but Deemer's over at second. And that'll be first out of the inning for the Highclimbers. And sacrifice pushes Deemer over to second base. And that'll be Trey Denning, the batter. Denning ground out in the 7th. Struck out in the 2nd, it looks like. And a ground ball. First baseman, who's it? That's Vogel, will take it and run over and take the out. And Deemer makes his way over to third with 2 away. And that brings up Blaine Menogden. And Blaine, let's see here, walked in the 7th inning. We have a conversation at the mound. And Deemer and Van Ogden with Jason Winans. Remember, the winning run is represented by Josh Deemer over there at third base. Blaine Van Ogden is the batter. Bunt that's popped up, that's fair. And throw to first in time, and that'll end the inning as Deemer is left at third base. So the winning run left over there at third base, that'll be, let's see here, 7 runners left on base for the Highclimbers. And we head to the 10th. Be right back.
I'm Deputy Steiner with the Grace Harbor County Sheriff's Office. Washington's new distracted driving law is now in effect. This new law significantly changes how you can use your cell phone while driving. Here's what you need to know.
It is now illegal to hold your cell phone while driving, even when stopped in traffic or at a traffic light. This law includes all electronic devices, such as cell phones, tablets, laptops, and video games. No typing messages or accessing information. No watching videos or using the camera. You can use your device if you are hands-free and can start use by a single touch or finger swipe. If you are parked or out of the flow of traffic, or contacting emergency services. With this new law, you will need to start GPS or music before you drive. The fine for a cell phone violation is $136, $234 for the second offense, and these tickets will now be reported to insurance companies.
We see firsthand the results of distracted driving. Focusing on the road instead of your phone will save lives and reduce serious injuries.
On the road, off the phone. It's the law. For more information, visit wadrivetozero.com.
So we head to the 10th inning, 1-1 ball game. South Sound Conference baseball this afternoon. Leading things off with a hit that's going to go through the gap between second and third. And with a leadoff one-pitch hit is Nicholas Ebhart, the senior. And that'll bring up Reed Stern. Now, strike one is called, as Stern showed bunt. So nobody out and one on for Peninsula here. Top of the 10th inning. Strike two at the knees. So the 0-2 pitch from Ingstrom to Stern. That's up, fouled off. So still 0-2. Nobody out, one on for Peninsula here in the 10th inning. And there's a swing and a miss, one away. So now there's one away now, with a runner at first base for Peninsula. That brings up Cooper Sims. Takes strike one. Sims ground out in the 8th, had a base hit in the 6th, base hit in the 4th, and a double in the 1st. And that one's fouled back. 0-2. Both teams have had runners at third base in his extra frames. Could not push him across the plate. There's a fly ball. It's going to get over the head and drop in for a base hit. And there is a double. So it looks like we might be getting a pitching change here, as Ingstrom, Osberg, and Winans are out there to talk things over. So there's 1 out and 2 on for Peninsula here in the 10th inning. Nope, Ingstrom's going to stay. Out there to settle him down. So go-ahead run is at third base. And there's also a runner at second for Peninsula. This is Pierce. As Anders Vogel is the batter. Ground out and struck out in his first 2 at-bats. So reinsertion, 1 away, 2 on for Peninsula here. There's a ground ball. It's going to score 1. Actually, 2 are going to come in. 2 are in. And Vogel is over second. And Peninsula takes the lead. 3-1. And that will do it for Ingstrom. As Austin Ramsfield will come in, we will take a timeout for the pitching change. 2 runs are in, 1 is out here in the 10th inning for Peninsula. We'll be right back.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit keeptheconnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
So Austin Ramsfield, comes in relief of Ingstrom, and he will face Peter King. 2 runs are in and 1 is out for the Seahawks here in the 10th inning. First pitch. Oh, it hit him in the leg. So there are 2 base runners now. So King is on first. Vogel is on second with a 2-run double. And that'll bring up Tyler Rogerson with 1 away. Pitch outside, ball 1. Rogerson had to add, let's see here, an RBI. No, scored a run and had a single in the 5th inning. Fouled that one off, however, 1-1. Again, 1 out and 2 on, 2 in for Peninsula here in the top of the 10th inning. There's a fly ball that's going to drop into shallow center, and the bases are now loaded. And that will bring up Trent Buchanan. So I got Buchanan, the batter. And that one is in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, 3 on. Bases are loaded for Peninsula. There's strike 1. There's a high fly ball. And that is a grand slam. Wow. And Peninsula has just blown this thing open. They now lead 7-1. With 1 out. And that'll bring up Jace Kime. It's going to be a ball. They haven't cleared the board, and I don't know what the count is. It's a swing and a miss. So 1-1. Another long fly ball. That one is going to be gloved by Johnson, and that'll be 2 away. And that'll bring up Bunch with 2 down. And that one's playable, it looks like. No, it's not. 0-1. So Bunch waits with pitch. Strike 2. 0-2. That's ball 1. 1-2 now. There's a fly ball. That one's going to drop in for a base hit. And Bunches is over on second. Bunch, excuse me. And go to the top of the order of Eberhardt, who started things off here in the 10th with a single. They foul off. 0-1. So you got 6 runs in for Peninsula here in this 10th inning. A 2-run double and then a grand slam home run. Blew this thing open for Peninsula. Ramsfield just trying to get out of the inning. And strike 2 on that pitch. 0-2 is the count. 1 on. For Peninsula. 6 are in. There's a ball. 1-2. Peninsula's just blown this thing open here in the 10th inning. Next pitch. That's ball. 2-2 now. Austin Ramsfield on the mound in relief, the junior. Has a 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball. It's going to go right up the middle. Throw to first. Was that in time? It was not. And another run is scored. That'll bring up Reed Stern, as it's now 8-1. Foul that one off. There's another long fly ball, and that will end the inning. Oh, but the damage has been done. 7 runs on, let's see here, I think 7 hits. And we head to the bottom of the 10th inning. Last chance for the Highclimbers, trailing now 8-1.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over. When you see lights, vests,
Or reflectors.
please give us some room. Slow down and move over. When you need us,
We've got your back.
do you have ours?
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back? Please, slow down.
And move over.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County, and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, we offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, call or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
So we head to the bottom of the 10th inning. Large margin for Highclimbers to make up here, as they gave up 7 runs in the 10th inning. But they'll lead things off with Caleb Hitzman. Hitzman ground out in the 7th, hit by a pitch in the 5th, walked in the 3rd, and had a base hit to lead the game off. Takes strike 1. Anthony's 0-1. Ty Smotherman and Brendan Ingstrom are due up after Hitzman. A ground ball. And a throw to first in time to get Hitzman, so 1 down. And that'll bring up Smotherman. With 1 out. Let's see here. He had a double lead things, or the first inning. He had a fly out, strike out, fly out. Takes ball 1. It's ball 2. 2-0. Buchanan has had quite a game. And a ground or foul. 2-1. It's been on the game, let's see here, since the 6th inning. Hit the grand slam. Has just been a monster. And a ground ball fair. Gloved by the 3rd baseman. Throw to first. And it's in time to get Smotherman 2 away. And that'll bring up Brandon Ingstrom. The Highclimbers are down to their last out. Ingstrom struck out in the 1st and the 3rd. Flied out in the 5th and the 8th. And that's a fly ball. The Buchanan will glove, and that'll do it. Took 10 innings, but Peninsula came back and knocked off the Shelton Highclimbers with a final score of 8-1. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back with some totals. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea. Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
Well, it's a final here at Highclimber Field. Not a happy outcome for the Shelton Highclimbers. Peninsula Seahawks came back from a 1-0 deficit and tied it up, forced extra innings. And in 10 innings, well, the 10th was not a friend of the Highclimbers. They surrendered 7 runs in that 10th frame, that extra frame there, to fall 8-1. The hero of this game for Peninsula, obviously, was Trent Buchanan. I have him 3 for 4, 4 RBIs, including a Grand Slam home run. He also pitched, let's see here, where did he start pitching? I think he started in the 6th. So he pitched 4 innings, and I would give him the win on that one. Other hero here, let's see here, Anders Vogel had a 2-run double to get things started in the 10th inning. For the Highclimbers, standout player Max Falcon Johnson, 1 for 3, had a sacrifice RBI in the first inning to get the Highclimbers on the board. Unfortunately, the fates would have it the other way, and the Highclimbers are going to drop to 12-6 on the season, 6-6 in the South Sound Conference, while the Seahawks improved to 8-8, 5-7, and that'll be very interesting to see how everything works out as we are down to the last 2 games of the regular season. Next up for the Highclimbers, they travel to Capital on Friday for South Sound Conference clash with the league's top team. It's going to be very tough. Peninsula, who are in a battle with Timberline for that final spot coming into today, they'll be at Timberline on Friday. Our next broadcast is Friday when the Shelton softball team hosts the North Kitsap. First pitch for that non-league game next door at Shelton Fast Pitch Field is 4 p.m. And that pretty much does it for us here at Highclimber Field. Final again, 8-1. Peninsula Seahawks blow it open in the 10th to come away with the South Sound Conference win. We'll talk to you Friday. Thanks for joining us.